everyone, welcome back. Whoa. Bloopers. Okay, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you guys what happened in senior year of high school. I got bullied for my skin. My skin color. And I like doing story times because I really like telling you guys what happened and trying to give you guys advice. Yeah, I just like sharing. So yeah, it was like senior year. I had government and econ. It happened in government. So then I had different classes also. I had like dance and like show choir and tech and like English, senior math. So yeah, and so in government there's this kid. He has like bully problems, obviously, and I always asked him for help, obviously, for like the work, because sometimes I didn't get it, sometimes I did. So I thought me and him were cool, right? Obviously. So, and then he got mad at me for asking him for help. So then, a month after, he wasn't talking to me. He was being rude. He's like, get away from me. So then it's like, alright, whatever. So then we were talking about politics, obviously. Government, politics, presidents, politics, yeah. So my teacher, yeah, he always pushed his political views on the students. And which teachers should not do that, obviously. So then pretty much after, yeah, he was trying to push the political views, and this student, he was very, very, very against the other side of the political view. So, like the other person, he didn't like that person. And I'm not gonna get into politics. I'm just saying, yeah. And so then, he knew I had a political view. Everyone knew I had a political view. I mean, you should be able to have your own political opinion. So then, teachers is trying to push his political views on the students, and I have my own, and that teacher shouldn't be pushing political view on the students. So then that student, everything was going fine with other classes and stuff. Then one day, obviously the teacher is talking about the other side of the political view. And the student was like, yeah, well, Natalie knows because she's white. And I was like, what? And then I said, huh? And then the student said, yeah, she's a Nazi because she's white. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like that? Try not to tear up. In that moment, I was so sad. Everyone was looking at me. Everyone was looking at me. And I could not, I was about to cry in that moment. Like, really? You're gonna call me a Nazi because I'm white? So, in that moment, the teacher didn't say anything. Didn't even say, that's... The teacher didn't even say anything about it. Just let it be. Just let it be. And I was so sad. Everybody was looking at me. Everyone was like, when that person said what that person said, everyone's like, oh! And I was like, so I tried not to cry. After that class, I didn't want to talk to anyone because after that class I had break. So I didn't want to talk to anyone. And I had tech after. I didn't even want to go to classes after. I didn't even talk to my friends. Well, you know, one friend, obviously, because the other two friends were so much drama with those two. But yeah, and then I had math after. I just was so quiet, and my teachers just... One of my senior math teachers, she knew what was... She knew that I wasn't okay, but I didn't want to talk to anyone about it because at that point I was like, no, don't want to talk. So then the next day I had dance, English, and show choir, and so dance, like I love dance. Like we did ballet and jazz and stuff. We were getting ready for a show, and I couldn't do anything right. Like she put us in groups, and I couldn't do anything right. Like I knew how to do that, and I did it before, like the thing we did, but I just couldn't do it because I was just not myself, obviously. So she asked me. It was so embarrassing because everyone saw me and they knew that I could do it, but I couldn't that day. That week I couldn't. And she asked me what was going on, and I wanted to tell her, but I don't want... At that point, I didn't want people going up to me and saying, I feel so bad for you. I'm so sorry. People said, I'm so sorry that person said that. I'm blah, blah, blah. I just didn't want that whole... And I didn't want the whole school to know either at that point. Because, you know, if you tell someone something, they're going to blab to another person, blab to this person, blab to that person, obviously. So then English was just quiet. I didn't... Yeah. And then show choir, we were getting ready for a performance. Like, yeah, we were getting ready for a performance. And I was like, you know, I did some of the stuff. And then also I was like, don't want to talk to anyone. And then, so then after that, couple weeks after that, well, I told my parents and they were pissed off. And then a couple weeks after that, it kept on getting worse. that person kept on saying, oh, you're short, you're fat, you're ugly, you're dumb. Like, kept on bullying me. And kept on saying the stuff about the race, you know, about the color of my skin. And so then I went to the dean because I could not handle it anymore. I was just, those weeks, I couldn't deal with it anymore. I just sat, and then there's a lot of other drama that happened with it, other people. It's just people, you know? So then after that, I went to the dean and I told her everything, and I cried, obviously. And then she said that she was gonna talk to the teacher, and if that person ever did anything like that again, they'd get expelled, which they should have, but they didn't. So then after that, so she talked to the teacher, and then that person actually, like, and then a couple weeks after that, that person said, oh, so you snitched on me? And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, leave me alone. Like, I don't want to talk to you, right? I mean, why would you want to talk to someone who said that about you? So then I was like, just leave me alone. And then my teacher, it is a he. He was like, he's like, okay, stop, like, whatever. And I was like, what? And then he's like, you guys need to stop fighting. I was like, hey, I didn't say anything. That person said something. I don't want to talk to that person. So then, he found out. And honestly, he probably would have lost his job if he didn't say anything. So then, everything kind of went back to normal. I was still a little off, a little bit. I didn't trust the teacher. And I didn't trust the teacher for like months and months. I mean, I still don't trust him. Because he didn't even say anything when that person said that. Which honestly is like the dumbest, stupid thing ever. Like, teachers are supposed to stop that person from saying that stuff. But he just let it roll. Oh, I know why. Because they're best friends. And I know why. Because that student, I'm not going to get into it. But yeah, that was what happened senior year. And then people found out what happened, and I'm like, great, that's just great. I didn't want anyone to find out, but so yeah, that's my story of getting bullied for my skin color. And people think that, I mean, being called a Nazi, just, you know, they're like, oh, it's no big deal. Yeah, it is. Like, no one should get bullied. No one should be called that, and no one should be bullied for their skin, for how they look, for their weight, for anything. So, yeah. That's my story, and I hope you guys enjoyed my story time. And I'll get back to you guys with another video. Peace out. Bye.